July. Summer is finally here, and what better time to put down your controller and spend more time soaking up the sunshine within the great British outdoors. So this may not exactly have been the summer most of us were expecting for, well, a number of reasons, but at least we're all forced to stay where our PlayStation 4s are. July has always represented the final month of the summer drought period, where the majority of publishers shy away from releasing huge games for fear that more people would rather be spending their money on bucket hats and lilos. This year is no different, with the majority of releases this month being indie or re-releases. However, that doesn't mean that there aren't 12 exciting new titles launching on the PlayStation 4 this month. I'm Liam from Push Square, and these are 12 games launching on the PlayStation 4 in July 2020. Before we start, if you could like this video and subscribe to the channel, that would really help us out. The first major release of the month is Marvel's Iron Man VR, launching on the 3rd of July. After suffering multiple delays, Iron Man VR will finally allow PlayStation VR owners to fulfill their dreams of wielding the legendary Avengers' bright red armour. Described as a full game rather than a simple VR experience, I'm looking at you, Batman, players assume the role of Tony Stark himself as they battle to stop the mysterious Ghost from sabotaging Stark Enterprises. Requiring the use of 2 Move controllers, the game allows you to zip through the air, blasting down drones using Iron Man's iconic repulsors. With the majority of PlayStation VR titles being third-party ports, it's nice to see Sony supporting their headset by publishing an exclusive title within a recognisable franchise. Next up we have CrossCode, which launches on the 9th of July. A fast-paced action RPG, CrossCode combines a gorgeous pixel art aesthetic with bullet hell combat systems. Set within a futuristic MMO, protagonist Leia explores the digital realm in a narrative that revolves around the distant future of online gaming. Released on PC towards the tail end of 2018, CrossCode received numerous positive reviews that praised its visuals, puzzle design, and combat. The 2020 season of Formula 1 may be postponed due to the current global situation, but don't worry. You can still simulate what might have been when F1 2020 releases on the 10th of July. New features include the ability to create your own F1 team, players can design their own driver, choose their own sponsor, and even build their own facilities. Trailers indicate that F1 fans can get right into the nitty-gritty of team ownership, fine-tuning every aspect to ensure they come out on top. Other new additions include split-screen racing and accessibility options, so you and your pals can race together regardless of skill level. Formula 1 may be sadly absent from the television this year, but at least F1 2020 looks set to be a fine replacement in the meantime. If you were thinking, F1 2020 is great and all, but preferably I would like 2 racing simulators to launch on the 10th of July, then boy, are you in luck. NASCAR Heat 5 will also release on the PlayStation 4 on the 10th of July. Now, listen, I'm a huge NASCAR fan. I love everything about it. The cars, the racetracks, the drivers. I liked how you can't spell NASCAR without the word car. I know a lot about it, as you can no doubt tell. I don't need to prove it to you. In fact, why don't you tell me about NASCAR Heat 5 and I'll just let you know whether what you're saying is right or not. It has a career mode and a challenge mode. This lad looks really happy to be on the bots. It's all great stuff. Recently revealed during EA Play Live, Rocket Arena is a 3v3 competitive arena shooter that launches on the 14th of July. Looking to combine the fast-paced combat of titles such as Quake with the hero characters of more contemporary titles like Overwatch, Rocket Arena is a fast and frenetic shooter with an emphasis on explosives. Each round takes place within colourful arenas where players can blast their competitors to bits before unleashing their character's unique special move. New heroes will be released for free, and the game even supports cross-platform play, one to keep an eye on if you're looking for a colourful competitive shooter with an explosive twist. Radical Rabbit Stew is an arcade puzzle title all about knotting space rabbits into big pots that launches on the 16th of July. Playing as a tiny little blue chef, players must use their huge spoons to whack rabbits into their pans in order to tut up some intergalactic stew. Delicious. With multiple levels to complete, gameplay altering spoons to wield, and even a competitive couch co-op mode, Radical Rabbit Stew looks to be a delightful time waster. Ghost of Tsushima, easily the biggest game of the month, launches on the 17th of July exclusively for the PlayStation 4. Developed by infamous creators Sucker Punch, Ghost of Tsushima is an open-world action game that follows samurai Jin Sakai as he fights back against the Mongol forces that have occupied the titular island of Tsushima. Inspired by classic samurai cinema, Tsushima looks to be an immersive experience with a focus on organic exploration, allowing players to uncover secrets via visual clues present within the environment itself, rather than relying on icons and map markers. Combat can be approached as either a samurai or as a ghost, offering two very different styles for you to experiment with. We're very excited about this one. Make sure to watch this space for our full review. Rock of Ages 3 Make and Break launches on the 21st of July. Surprisingly, this isn't the second sequel to the awful Tom Cruise movie with the same name. Rock of Ages 3 is instead a competitive tower defense title with a wonderful sense of silly British humour. Taking influence from classic Monty Python sketches, Rock of Ages 3 sees players assume the role of a boulder as they attempt to smash their enemies to bits across a bonkers campaign mode. You can also challenge others head-to-head in both online and local co-op modes, and can even design and share your own custom levels. This looks positively lovely. THQ's Destroy All Humans remake launches on the 28th of July. Originally released on the PlayStation 2 15 years ago, Destroy All Humans sees Crypto, a tiny grey alien doing a passable Jack Nicholson impression, terrorising the paranoid population of 1950s America. Inventive weaponry and a selection of alien powers help keep gameplay engaging, while Crypto's flying saucer allows you to revel in open world destruction like it's 2005 all over again. The original PlayStation 2 release was a bit of a personal favourite of mine back in the day, and I'm excited to see if the core concept still holds up in 2020. OTHERCIDE is a turn-based roguelite that launches on the 28th of July. Stunningly presented with its striking art style that combines bright red flourishes within a primarily monochrome environment, OTHERCIDE is an XCOM-style tactics game that tasks you with commanding your group of daughters in order to defeat Bloodborne-style monsters. Its timeline system, which allows players to see upcoming events before they occur, makes each level feel as much like an intricate puzzle as it does a battlefield to be conquered. Pistol Whip is a rhythm-based first-person shooter launching for PlayStation VR on the 28th of July. An on-rails shooter, players must quickly dispatch enemies to the beat of a thumping techno soundtrack. Think John Wick if poor John was trapped within a beautifully coloured, glitchy nightmare. The game launched on Steam last year and was incredibly well received, with many comparing it to fan favourite Beat Saber in terms of quality. Definitely one to keep an eye on. And finally, we have Stater XL, also launching on the PlayStation 4 on the 28th of July. Strongly influenced by EA's State series, Stater XL is more of a skateboarding simulator rather than an arcade-focused points fest like classic Tony Hawk titles. Released on Steam Early Access in 2018, Stater XL has quietly been gaining an enthusiastic following as it has slowly ollied and tit-flipped its way towards a full release. Two skateboarding games releasing on the PlayStation 4 in the same year, and a brand new state on the way from EA. What is this, the mid-2000s? Well, I suppose Destroy All Humans is also out on a PlayStation system, so yeah, I suppose it is. So there we have it, 12 great games releasing on the PlayStation 4 this July. What will you be picking up this month? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and make sure to subscribe to Push Square for everything PlayStation. Thank you, as always, for watching.